Hi, you guys. So I'm back with a story. Just to let you guys know some of the things that you go through when you're being gang stalked and harassed and stuff. But before I get into my story, I'm gonna say my verse of the day. I will never desert you, nor will I ever forsaken you. That's Hebrew chapter 13, verse 5. Um, that's just very important because I can tell you guys now, and I will always say it because all glory is always going to be given to God. If you don't have God during this journey or during this process of the wicked just antagonizing you and doing all that they can to hurt you, then you will be lost. But God tells us right here that He will never desert us or forsaken us. And I think that's extremely important just because whatever difficulties you're going through in the moment, whatever, crisis that you feel like you are going through at this moment, just know that God's always going to be there and He's never going to forsaken us. And all victory is always given to God. I truly do believe if you see God and you ask God, then He will reveal all things to you. God's not going to let our pain and our sorrow and everything that we're having to endure go to waste. It's not for no reason. Ask God what the reason is. What's the purpose? Why am I going through this? What is it that you're needing me to see? What is it that you're wanting me to know? And I promise you, God will give you the answers. I have 110% faith in what I'm telling you because I know. I mean, when I was when I first realized, I guess, I was being gang stalked. um I remember like feeling extremely scared. Like, I can't even explain how scared I was. I was just extremely scared. I had cars and people I didn't know, some people I did know, following me, and it was extremely scary. And once I started praying to God and handing God all my problems and just saying, God, here it is. It's I'm handing it over to you, um, things have gotten better as far as my peace of mind. Um, and the reason why I say that is because, I like to call my gang stalkers minions, and I'm sure they have a grudge somewhere around. That's what I refer to them as. But I just know that if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for my faith in God, if it wasn't for me praying and asking God to reveal these people to me, I don't think it would have ever happened. I would have just been lost in all the confusion and all the uncertainty and all the unknowingly of why these people are following me, what they're doing, why they're doing it. Now, I'm not a perfect person, far from a perfect person, and because I feel like I'm pretty I guess I can have a middle ground, yes, but I feel like I'm either like straightforward or like joking. That's just it. So people seem to read me incorrectly. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I'm just too direct for people, and it's hard for me to fake things, Like, I always look at other people and I see like when people like fake laugh, like ha ha, and I just can't do that. My thing is when I think something is when I know someone wants me to laugh and I can't fake laugh, I'll just be like, "Oh, that's funny." Because it is funny, but it's not funny enough for me to laugh. So I'll just say, "Oh, that's funny." But so people just seem to like read me wrong. So I had to truly go to God and just like ask God, like, what is it? Why am I going through these troubles? I know there's a reason behind it. What's the purpose of it? What is it going to lead me to? What is it that you want me to do, God? What is it that you need me to do. And I can't tell you how many times during this entire process where I could literally hear like God tell me, stand still, stand still. And that has saved my life countless times, I'm sure. But I wanted to bring that to you guys today just to let you guys know, like, whatever it is that you're going through, God's there. And you may feel alone, but you're not alone. If any of you guys need anyone to talk to about what you're going through, or like what you have gone through that can help maybe me or someone else, reach out to me. I'd love to hear what your stories and how you've overcome it, or how you're navigating through it, and what you're doing to move forward from this. Because honestly, I think once you've been targeted, I don't think it ever stops. I think these people have like a mental, I think it turns into like a mental I don't want to say just like disorder, but kind of like an obsession, maybe, like where they just can't stop. They can't leave you alone. They won't leave you alone. Most of the time, I spend a lot of my time inside of my hotel room. And I can tell you right now, I feel like people just watch me. And the moment I go outside, I'll be looking outside all day, and there's like, I'll see one or two cars pass by. But the moment I go outside, there's like busy traffic, cars just passing back and forth, back and forth. And like, it does sometimes feel overwhelming. And I have to remind myself, like, maybe it's not, um, like, maybe it's just a coincidence that, the traffic gets busy when I go out there, though I doubt it. But like, I just kind of try to, trick myself into saying, like, it's not just because you're out here, Ash. It's because, maybe they have somewhere to go, or maybe it's just a coincidence that this is happening. But I still leave all my worries and problems to God. I give them all to God. I have to remind myself every day, because I do have, I wouldn't say I have a temper, but I'm not a pushover, and I will get angry just as easily as anyone else. And I have a mouth on me. So I have to remind myself constantly to just, you know, tell myself it's not my vengeance. It's not my raft. It's not my problem. It's not me. I handed my problems over to God, and like, I'm going to allow God to take control of the situation and let him, you know, have his vengeance, have do what he feels like he needs to do. Because I feel like when we're going through things like this, I mean, maybe there's a lesson for us to all learn from it. Like, there's a lesson for me to learn from it. There's a lesson from the gang stalkers to learn from it. There's a lesson for whoever's watching to learn from it. And there's just lessons to be learned. And I have to remind myself every day that God is in control of the entire narrative, and no one else, not my minions, not their grooge, not, anybody but God. And no matter what they want their outcome to be, remember, God's victory is always going to win, so it's whatever God has planned and in store for you. And I encourage you today to, you know, seek God, find God, and like, give God all your worries and all your problems, and just let him know that, he is your shepherd. I always tell God, lead me and I will follow. Lead me and I will follow. I learned quickly, when you feel like God is telling you something, you need to do it. Obey God always. Because when you act like you don't hear that voice, or you act like it's not there, or you want to do it your way, like, your way's gonna be the harder way. I'm sure my gang stalkers and my enemies get so angry with me, like, why is she still smiling, or why is she, you know still happy? Why is she? But I can tell you right now, with all the chaos going on in my life, I find more peace every day. knowing that it's out of my control, knowing that I've given my problems to God, and the battle that these enemies or these gang stalkers are fighting, it's not with me, it's with God, because I've given God all of it. And they're battling with God, and I know, and that's what gives me peace. I know 110% that the battle has already been won. The moment I handed over all my problems to God, the battle was already won. There's not going to be any victory on their end. So yeah, I just encourage you today to pray to God and seek God and find God and give God all your problems, all your worries, any crisis you're going through in your life. Give them to God, and God will do God. And He's our beginning and our end, our creator, the Alpha and the Omega. He's everything. I tell God constantly. I don't know how many times a day I don't have to, but I tell God, because I just feel like I tell him constantly, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I'm so grateful for God. Always. And for, because I truly do believe that there are righteous authorities out there, maybe opening up my case or seeing what's going on, or and I just want to let you guys know that I am so forever grateful for you guys, and y'all's hard work and determination to help me. And I'm so grateful that God sent you guys my way, and I just want to say thank you. You guys have a great day.